Welcome back. Now let us continue with the last part of our lesson, which is the impact of visual aids now on each presentation. The meaning of visual aid, what do we mean with that? Visual aids refers to charts, pictures, images that can help to clarify a point or enhance a presentation. So keep that in mind. So with the term visual, what are we talking about? Visual has to do with what now? Things we see. And then when we are talking about aid has to do with helping. So when we are talking about visual aids in a presentation, we are talking about images or pictures that help us to see the point that the presenter is what now? Is communicating. So that is what we mean with visual aids. Visual has to do with seeing, aid has to do with help. So visual aids would help us to see the point that is being communicated by the presenter. Hence we talk about pictures, images, or any other tool that is being used to present the information or make it easier to understand. Now, we have the following visual aids. The first one is a flip chart. We also have an interactive whiteboard or smart board. And then we also have a poster together with a data projector or a PowerPoint. Then we also have a handout. So these are the 5 visual aids that we're going to look into. And the focus here would be the impact of using these visual aids, which has to do with the positives and negatives of using these visual aids. Now, the first visual aid is a flip chart. This is how a flip chart looks. So when you're looking into the positives or advantages of a flip chart, this is mainly used for a small audience to note down short notes or ideas. That is the positive. The first positive is that it is used now to note down ideas or notes when you are presenting to a small audience. And another advantage is that a flip chart is very effective in a brainstorming session as suggestions are summarized or listed using this flip chart. So maybe idea number 1 would be noted here, idea number 2 would be noted, idea number 3, and then when we are out of space, we move to another page. Now let us look into another aspect. The negative now impact or disadvantages of using a flip chart. What are the disadvantages? There may not be enough time during the presentation to make written notes, so some ideas may not be listed, so that can be the negative impact. And the handwriting may be untidy, which may not contribute to a professional presentation. So some of the handwritings may not be clear. As you can see there, you don't even see which ideas trying to be put across. So that's what they mean with that. And then we have now the impact of another visual aid, which is an interactive whiteboard or a smart board. This is how a smart board looks. So we are looking into the positives to say the advantages of using a whiteboard or interactive whiteboard is that images, meaning pictures, can be projected directly from a computer. So no external projector is necessary. And another advantage is that special pens allow the presenter to write on the board while prepared images are displayed. As you can see, prepared images are displayed, and this would allow you to write as I'm doing now with this presentation. And then the negatives or disadvantages is that it should only be used by a presenter who knows the unique features of the interactive whiteboard, who can use it to its full potential. So this visual aid cannot be used by anyone or everyone, because you need to know the unique features. And then technical challenges may render it ineffective. For example, loss of signal while you're using it can lead to a problem, and it can lead to your audience losing attention. And then another visual aid we have is a poster. So when we're looking into the positive impact of using a poster as a visual aid, is that the positives that it should be colorful and eye-catching to support the core message of the presentation. And the another advantage is that it can make an impact when placed strategically in or outside the venue, because the role of the poster is to advertise. As you can see with this visual aid, at the Black Friday sale, this shows that this is now an advert, and because it is eye-catchy and colorful, the audience would be attracted and they would want to see the core message, which talks to now Black Friday sale and maybe the 50% off over there. Then the negative is that it may draw attention away from the presentation if it's too big or not placed correctly. And then it only focuses on visual aspects, as it cannot be combined with sound. We know that a poster cannot be combined with sound. Then we also have a PowerPoint. Now, when we're talking about a PowerPoint, we are talking about another visual aid. So the impact of a PowerPoint as a program is that it is easy to combine with sound and video clips. Then number two, it is now allowing for simple or less clustered slides, which may capture the interest of the audience. As you can see, the slides only have two main points, so you can focus when you're using now, or the audience can focus when they are using, or when the presenter is using a PowerPoint. Then the negatives are unprofessional handling of the PowerPoint presentation material can render it ineffective, and it may lead to irritation or may result in the audience losing interest if you don't use it effectively. And then another visual aid is your overhead projector. The positives are is that the presenter can use it, and the advantage is that it can be prepared manually or electronically on a computer or copier. As you can see, this is your overhead, and then it is effective transparencies or projections should be clear and visible. For example, large prints and few words or lines should be used. What are the disadvantages? It can be easily replaced by a PowerPoint presentation, and it's not easy to combine with sound or audio. Then as we move, we have the last one, which is your handout. What are the positives of having a handout? Your handout can be flyers. For instance, as you can see here, we're having different flyers. So meaningful handouts may be handed out at the start of the presentation to attract attention. And then hard copies of the slide presentation can be distributed at the end of the presentation as a reminder of the key facts of the presentation. Then as we proceed, what are the negatives? Handouts cannot be combined with audio material, meaning it cannot be combined with sound. So it can only it can only focus on visual aspects to support the presentation, and handing out the material at the start of the presentation may distract or make the audience to lose attention, because they will try to read instead of listening to the presentation. So that is our presentation over there. So with that being said, we looked into your visual aids, we looked into examples of non-verbal presentation and factors to be considered when designing a multimedia presentation. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and hoping this lesson contributed to more knowledge about presentation and how to prepare for your successful presentation one day as a successful manager or investor or a businessman or woman who wants to succeed. So thank you for watching. Keep well. Goodbye.